Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Terraria. Since the last time, I did a little bit more mining in order to mine up some more platinum so I could get the platinum greaves. This gives me a set bonus of 4 defense, which is more than I remembered, so that's pretty great. I also went over to this corruption and lit it up and prepared an arena for fighting the Eater of Worlds again, and also extended my rail system out here so that it's quick to get back to. While I was doing all that, a traveling merchant showed up, and he was selling the Gray Zappinator, which is a super great magic weapon. It deals a lot of damage, and it sometimes like hits extra hard or has one of these slow-moving beams that constantly deals damage. And yeah, 43 magic damage, and that's without a modifier, as opposed to my old Amber Staff, which was doing like 20-something. Is a big deal. I took a look at reforging. I actually had to sell some of my excess inventory just to be able to purchase the Gray Zappinator. Took a look at my other things to reforge. The Bat, I reforged a Deadly because it was cheap to reforge. But my other stuff was sufficiently expensive. I'm basically almost broke, back down to 4 gold. But I did go ahead and break 2 Shadow Orbs over there already. I got a Ball of Hurt and a Forceful Ball of Hurt. While I was killing some enemies, I also got a Bat Hook, which is an improved hook, so that's great. And a Bloody Machete, which is kind of like a boomerang-ish kind of weapon that goes to gravity and then bounces back to you. But I think it's kind of outclassed by some of the other weapons that I already have. The Bat's now dealing 41 melee damage, which is pretty great. However, the Ball of Hurt, on the other hand, does do kind of like penetrating damage, which would be good versus the Eater of Worlds. So I'll have to think about that. But in any case, I've also brewed up Magic Power, Iron Skin, Regen, and Mana Regen, which will all help with the Gray Zappinator. And so I think we're ready to fight the Eater of Worlds again. So I'm going to meet you guys over there. So here's the new arena. It's still not super big. But I did kill enough Eater of Worlds to get an Eater of Worlds banner. I am going to be wearing the Warding Hermes boots for an extra 4 defense on top of that, and so I'm starting at a base of 32 defense, which I think is going to be pretty great. Did these slimes just manage to jump over this thing and get in here? They did. I'm glad that happened because it lets me know that there's actually a hole in my arena over here that I need to patch up, so that we don't end up getting interrupted by new bad guys. But yeah, I think with all these buffs, I'm going to be in good shape. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much ready to go. I'm going to use the burger that I picked up as a random drop as major improvements to all stats. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And then buff with my other potions. And then we're going to mostly use the Zappinator to start. Oh gosh. Okay, we're dealing more damage though, for sure. Because we've already managed to kill enough to break him into a couple of pieces. Oh gosh. And I'm tanking the damage a bit better too. Okay, it's almost time to use a healing potion. Great, heal. But yeah, he'll start dropping some hearts now that I'm able to deal enough damage to break him into pieces. And that's going to help us a ton. The hearts are actually candy apples, since it's Halloween season. But yeah, Magic Power is dealing some extra damage for me. And the Gray Zappinator, just its crazy way that it fires, is going to deal a bunch more damage. How long until I can heal? Another 30 seconds. I'm not sure if I can keep this up long enough, though. Ouch. I'm trying to collect all the hearts that I can. And I'm trying to do some dodging now. I don't think it makes sense to switch weapons. Darn. Alright, well the good news is it looks like my gold is still sitting there, and also the good news is it does look like I did manage to get a bit of his drops. There's Demonite, and then there's Shadow Scales. And the Shadow Scales are something that you can only get from him. Yeah, and I even have some Shadow Scales in my inventory. Apparently we've got yet another Shadow Orb. Light Pet. From that recent Shadow Orb that I broke. Okay, so I'm going to head back over there and see just how many shadow scales we got. Okay, back over in the arena. Let's pick up the loot before the bad guys do. 5 gold is nice. And are there some more shadow scales over here? There's more demonite ore over here. Only 10 shadow scales. I'm not sure that that is enough for me to be able to craft anything. I just want to look around and see if there's any shadow scales that are like trapped inside the terrain. But I don't think I actually see any. No, there might be some down here. Okay, I did get 11 shadow scales. Is that enough by any chance to make a demonite pickaxe? I do not remember. Let's talk to the guide. And nightmare pickaxe only takes 6. Great. So I have enough to make the nightmare pickaxe, and that's basically the next thing that we need to craft to kind of move up the progression tree. So let's go ahead and make one of those. We can finally retire our legendary iron pickaxe. I will sell it to the arms dealer. It's done very good work for us, but it's time to move on. And then the shadow scales can also go down in this chest down here. But with the nightmare pickaxe now, I could go down all the way to the underworld and be able to mine hellstone and really upgrade my equipment. And so I think given how much trouble I'm having currently still with the Eater of Worlds, that's probably the thing that makes sense to do. So I'm going to do some digging and I'll meet you downstairs. So off camera, I just went ahead and dug all the way down to the underworld. I died a few minutes ago because there was a spider biome somewhere around here and a wall creeper got into my mine shaft. But at this point, I guess I can just fall down. We have something that brings us all the way to the underworld, and so I think it makes sense to explore the underworld together. I went ahead, since I have some obsidian, and crafted up an obsidian skin potion. So we'll use that to buff when we get down there, so we don't have to worry about burning in the lava or being set on fire. There's still going to be a number of difficult enemies down here, but we could potentially mine up some hellstone, or I guess we'd also need to get the hell forge out of one of the buildings down here, and I don't remember what all we need to do. It's been a while. Alright, let's discover together. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything interesting in that building. I'll wait to actually start my obsidian skin buff until we actually get ourselves into some trouble. Finding a little bit of money in these pots. I'm not seeing any particularly valuable furniture. And let's see, am I strong enough to deal with these guys? That weapon works reasonably well, the bat. So far we haven't taken too much damage. Okay, so I'm either going to need to very carefully climb along the ceiling here. Yeah, let's try to do that. Ooh, that's even going to be tough to do. With the Spectre boots and this good bat hook. Oh wait, I think I can do it without falling in the lava. So yeah, ideally I would like to find a hell forge in one of these buildings. And then find a good place, perhaps underneath some lava, to do some mining of some of the ores down here. And then we can kind of go from there. But yeah, there's going to be some very powerful enemies down here. And I'm not sure if I'm ready for it all. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh gosh. You hurt a lot. There's my Hellforge. Okay, I want that. Let's go ahead and buff. Oh wow. Occasionally the Zappinator. Oh gosh. I'm gonna die. Occasionally the Zappinator will do incredible amounts of knockback, and you saw at one point he got super knocked back. There's the Hellforge that I want to get right there by the mouse cursor, and this Hell Butterfly. But I didn't make it on that attempt. Good news is I have plenty more obsidian, so I have plenty of ingredients to cook up another obsidian skin potion. And I guess to get down there quicker, I have the angler, and do I have somebody else that I could move down there? I guess I don't. How much money do I currently own? I just dropped 4 gold down there. Still not using these arrows. And I just stuck some blocks in here, but I made a separate blocks chest. So we'll put ash down there. I was thinking I could move my underground people down there. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let me go ahead and move another house like right near the bottom so that I can just teleport directly to the underworld so we don't have to keep going back and forth. The blood moon is rising. Okay, there's a few things we need to do. I definitely need to get Deathweed. I would like to kill a bunch of bad guys and try to get the upgraded version of the piggy bank whose name escapes me right now. Money Trough. Here we go. Yeah, look at the Zappinator just doing crazy stuff. Hits guys and bounces in different directions. So let's see. Deathweed seeds are probably my first priority. So I'm going to kill this guy and then try to head over to above ground corruption so that we can make sure we harvest some Deathweed seeds. I guess I could even go underground because they're still, even inside the corrupt caverns, I think is still above ground in terms of like at surface level, so we could get some Deathweed spawning there as well. It'll spawn naturally on the various corrupt rock surfaces. Oh, I could have teleported over here. It didn't occur to me. That would have been a little bit faster. But right over here is a corruption. And so long as I get a couple of Deathweed seeds, I'll be pretty happy. Okay, but like around here, you can probably find some Deathweed somewhere. In fact, I see some source of light over there to the left. Hey, it's one of my own torches. Deathweed will give off a little bit of light. These guys are beating me up a lot. Ouch. How about we hide down here for just a minute? Hey, look, it worked out. I don't remember seeing any Deathweed down here, and we are actually underground in this area. This is probably too low. So if I want to find Deathweed, I should head back up to the surface. And hopefully I can avoid, ouch, all the bad guys who are coming for me. Alright, bad guys, you stay over there. I'll be over here, don't mind me. And if I were Deathweed, where would I be? There isn't a lot of exposed corrupt stone here on the surface. Ah, there's some. Okay, Deathweed seeds, I got at least one. It might not actually light up, it might only be if I had a Splunker potion that it'd be lighting up. But I think I'm capable of witnessing it from, well, anywhere that I can see in the light with my eyeballs. And successfully finding it. Here's some. Great, 3 Deathweed seeds, and here's some more. Okay, so I feel good that we got some Deathweed seeds. So then I guess I want to hang out and kill a bunch of bad guys and hope to get a money trough. So I think I'll do that for a bit. Is there anything else that's important to do during the blood moon? I'm not fishing, so we don't have to worry about any of the crazy blood moon fishing things that one could do. Even though it might be neat to have a vampire frog in the very near future, I'll be able to upgrade in terms of... Oh, summoning, yeah. I don't have Abigail out since I died to that wall creeper. I'll be able to upgrade to the little flying guy who sets things on fire. It hasn't been that long since I played Terraria, but I'm really forgetting the names of a number of things. But there's a summon weapon that I'll be able to craft out of hellstone bars. That'll be quite good for this stage of the game. And so I don't think it's worth going after any of the lower tier summon weapons in the meantime, even though they might be available to me. And so I think it's either the blood zombies or the dribblers who can possibly drop the money trough. And so when I have the opportunity to preferentially attack certain monsters, I'm going to focus on those guys. The crazy Zappinator, just sometimes with like the super duper knockback. And I think occasionally it also, yeah, 398 will hit 10 times as hard as a normal hit, which also makes this weapon very good. I'm very fortunate that a traveling merchant came by with it. Although I guess I'd seen 3 or 4 traveling merchants at this point in the game. I still haven't gotten the rare creature thingy-madooger. Also can't think of its name. But we got a zombie banner. Every time you kill 50 of an enemy, you get a banner, which makes those enemies easier to kill. So we'll definitely do that so we can kind of speed up killing off some of the stragglers and going after the big money guys, like these blood zombies. And yeah, I don't know that it's necessarily going to be too interesting, me just fighting around these enemies, so I'll cut back in as necessary. Oh hey, there's a shackle over here. Hadn't even occurred to me that despite killing all those zombies, I'd never gotten a shackle yet in this world. That's not a particularly interesting item in terms of defense. It's just a 1 defense accessory, but it could be reforged. If it were rewarding, it'd be 5 defense. And it is a material that combines with some other accessories into some good things. So that's at least 1 extra drop that I'm likely to want to have at some point in the future. Well, I outlasted the Blood Moon, but other than getting the shackle and some vanity items, a bloody tear for future Blood Moons if we want them, but nothing particularly exciting. Another traveling merchant has arrived. He's over at the desert. So let's peek and see if he has anything good. Hello there, good sir. What you got? Flamingo, stopwatch, I'm pretty sure I already have. Oh, there we go. Lifeform analyzer. That's the thing I wanted. I want that. And cheesy pizza poster. You know what? It only costs 50 silver. I'm going to buy it. And there's someone who's probably watching who would be very upset if I didn't purchase the flamingo. So I'm going to go purchase the flamingo and put it out on my lawn so that I don't have to hear any complaints. Now the run is valid. Cheesy pizza poster. I see. Pizza! It's so large that I'm not sure that it fits there. Can it fit right here? There we go. Kind of ridiculous, but I think I'll leave that up for a little bit. Okay, so Lifeform Analyzer. Remind me what that combines with, Mr. Guide. The tally counter we get from the dungeon. The radar I already purchased from a skeleton merchant, which I think might be new. But this is one that I definitely want to keep on my person because it'll display rare creatures. And something that's new in this update is like if there's a gold bunny, this will turn gold. Or if there's just kind of like normal rare creatures. Let's actually just kind of go down the go downstairs and eventually something will be rarish that'll pop up. And we'll see if it just like turns white or gold or what color it turns. I'm trying to think what could pop up. I guess in the mushroom biome. What counts as a rare creature? The nymph would be a rare creature. I'm not sure if things like a topaz bunny underground or something like that. This is where my NPCs used to live. And I guess now they've already moved downstairs to the very bottom, so we could go all the way down here. Yeah, actually, we need to be down here anyway. But I was going to say that a voodoo demon, a demon who carries a voodoo doll is probably a rare creature that would show up on this, so we can probably witness this doing its thing if we hang out down here. Alright, and I can buff with the obsidian skin potion at some point. But once again... Right, I didn't even... Oh, gosh. I didn't even make it into... Oh, gosh. Into where I was going to pick up a Hellforge before, but I see one down here. So now I've got one. I own a Hellforge. Great. Also, I'm collecting paintings, so let's go ahead and grab that painting, Trapped Ghost or whatever. And then... I guess I can just, like, dig my way over into this building. And you know what? There's a fair amount of stuff here. Alright, let's buff. And let's put on my chisel, which helps me dig faster. And let's just mine up as much hellstone as we can, although this guy is going to cause some problems if I don't kill him, so let's go ahead and kill the fire imp first. and then go try to mine up as much hellstone as we can. Abigail's upstairs keeping the demon busy. And then down here, looks like there's a tiny bit of hellstone here. And surely if we go deeper down, there'll be a lot more hellstone to find, such as this big pocket over here. And yeah, when I'm way down here, a lot of the guys who spawn will spawn kind of on the surface above me and don't have the ability to travel through walls or teleport, which means it might actually get quiet down here for a while. I could do some mining in peace, which would be great. That said, I'm not sure that it's great for video, so I'll cut back when something interesting happens. Abigail is doing a terrific job of keeping the imp who teleported down here distracted. She's just constantly hitting him for 1 damage over there on the right, while I'm mining this hellstone down here in the center of the screen. And yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse. I'm getting tons and tons of hellstone down here and really haven't had to worry about monsters. So it's just about the ideal outcome. Cherry, the party girl's arrived. Apparently, we have enough NPCs that the party girl could arrive. And having her arrive is somewhat rare. So when we head back upstairs, we'll definitely have to talk to her. Perhaps she'll have some new things on offer, just like the Triad did. Alright, let's see. I have 30 seconds left, I believe. Oh, wow. You even killed that guy. Good job. 30 seconds left on this obsidian skin potion, so let's see if I can get a little bit more hellstone. 21 seconds I see in the upper left. So we'll get as much as we can, and when it gets down to like 4 seconds or something, I'll teleport back home. And we'll see what we've won. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Alright, it's time to teleport home. And I came away with 290 hellstone. Terrific. Alright, before I forget about it, let's talk to the party girl, who sells balloon machine, party hat, party center, pogo stick, party wagon, beach ball, confetti gun, blah 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 blah. I think most of this is stuff that she's had before, if I remember correctly. In any case, none of it is looking too exciting to me right at the moment. However, it does mean that now we have the chance that each day might be a random party. And if there is a party, the party girl could give us a slice of cake. And cake is actually a buff station, so it's a pretty valuable item. So definitely want that. Paintings go in here. Oh, I got a potion of return. That's my first one of those. That basically lets you teleport home and then teleport back later, which is pretty great. And hellstone can go in here and alongside obsidian be converted into bars at a ratio of 3 hellstone ore and 1 obsidian into a hellstone bar. And it turns out I could make a ton of it, which is great. It seems to me, yeah, the fiery greatsword has been renamed Volcano. It's a material made out of fire, 44 melee damage, very slow speed. But I want to check that out. Riley the Traveling Merchant has departed. I already talked to that Traveling Merchant, right? I already bought something from him. Everything's fine. Had a little bit of a panic there. I don't need this old furnace anymore, because I got the Hellforge. But yeah, definitely the thing I know I want to make is the Imp Staff. That's the name of it. Strong Imp Staff. Alright. So that can create a little Imp Summon, who, there he is, who will hang out behind us and shoot bad guys and set them on fire. We could probably witness it by going and finding a slime that's dressed as a bunny rabbit in this case. So yeah, he'll shoot periodically, set guys on fire, and give them an on-fire debuff. And he deals, yeah, 18 summon damage just off the top of it. So that's pretty good. So I'll definitely want to hold on to that. And there might be still times where I prefer to use Abigail. The Imp is not able to attack guys who are underwater. Doesn't travel through walls as well as Abigail seems to. So there are some trade-offs with using different summoned creatures along the way. But I think possibly the Volcano has some kind of new effect. Ooh, Demonic Volcano. I got a good one. 15% extra damage. Bat, you've served me very well for quite a while. But I want to go hit somebody with the volcano, because I think this might be one of the sword weapons that got some kind of upgrade. So it gives off light. I can already see, for example, if I didn't have the magnoluminescence on, it's pretty dark over here. But you can see that giving off a little bit of extra light. I guess my imp is also giving off some light. Is that what's giving off the light? Something's still giving off light. Oh, my shadow orb, of course. I am a dummy. If I turn off the shadow orb. Okay, now it's dark. So yeah, that's how much light the sword gives off. Oh, look! It has like a little poofy explosion effect. That's cool. I want to resummon my shadow orb. And I want to put my magnoluminescence back on. So it sets guys on fire, but it seems like... It almost reminds me of Spore Burst in Rogue Legacy. If I have multiple guys... right. At some point I switched some gear, and I want to switch it back. If I have multiple guys stacked up, is it possibly the case that, like, hitting one guy? Yeah, well, I'm not sure. Does hitting one guy hit a nearby guy? In any case, it makes a cool sound. This sword now. I glanced at some changelogs and I had seen that most of the melee weapons got changes to their stats and some got specific upgrades. And this one I saw was renamed. And so that is pretty cool. So I think I'll start using that as my primary melee weapon. And then how much ore do I have left? Oh, gold bunny. So you see it turn gold over here? That makes it even easier to notice. Although I'd gotten very adept at noticing such things. But there's a gold bunny. And, probably my happiest NPC now is going to be the demolitionist who lives underground right now. So I prefer to sell the gold bunny to him to get the most bang for my buck. Actually, one of these guys is super happy. I think it's you. Yeah, you'll buy the gold bunny for almost 12 gold. That sounds great. Fantastic. How are we doing on money now? Yeah, we're back up to 24 gold. I could do some more reforgings if I want, but that ended up turning out great. I could reforge the Zapinator. I'll probably continue using it for a bit. Well, is that true? There are a number of magic weapons in the dungeon and different things. I'm getting very distracted. How much? I have 49 hellstone left. That is not enough for a set of armor, I'm fairly certain. Because I would need 20, 35, oh, 45. Wow, it used to be much more expensive, I think, to craft a full set of armor out of hellstone, but it looks like I have enough. And this is 565 with 4 defense. This is, oh yeah, 898. That's a big upgrade, actually. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my armor. Now I've got a base defense of 37. Set bonus 10% increased extra melee damage. Also, this gives me melee speed, this gives me melee damage, and this gives me melee critical strike, just individually. So this is a great melee weapon set. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to just retire the platinum at this point. So I'll sell it for a little extra cash. Okay, so I've thought it a couple of times, but I think it probably is the case now that I could finally truly defeat the Eater of Worlds. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do next. Let me figure out where we're at. I am interested in fighting the Eater of Worlds again, and there happen to be 3 shadow orbs clustered together right here by my arena. Once again, I've got Iron Skin, regen, mana regen, and magic power. I've just got Bunny Stew to go with it, but that's fine. I've got my imp. And so I think we'll just go for it. Let's see, if I do... That shouldn't get down there yet. But if I do 3 bombs here, I'm fairly certain that will summon him. Yeah. Okay. Buff. Okay, so I definitely want to use the volcano some. And I also want to use my crazy magic weapon a bit, because it's also quite good. But yeah, when he like spirals around me, yeah, I'm gonna get lots and lots of melee damage on him with the volcano. Yeah, actually the volcano might be just the go-to weapon here. So far, so good. He is dealing some damage, but I'm also killing segments of them and they're dropping hearts. And so I'm able to heal up on that. And if I need to heal at some point with a healing potion, I'll do that as well. But I think just swinging the volcano around is doing a fine job against our friend the Eater of Worlds. And we're making some money while we kill him as well. I think he drops more money than he used to, or at least his various segments do. I don't remember getting this kind of money out of him in the past. There we go. Eater of Worlds relic and a treasure bag. Fantastic. What do we get down here from these various things? Band of star power, a musket, and a ball of hurt. Alright, fair enough. And I don't really need to kill all of you guys, but I don't know. You're all clustered up over here. I've got a banner nearby, I might as well. Okay, great. We got another boss killed. That makes me happy. The campfire is fine to leave here. I didn't bring a piggy bank, or leave a piggy bank out here this time. So I think it's fine just to head home. And be happy about what we've accomplished. Inside the treasure bag, we get a bunch of shadow scales and demonite, as well as a worm scarf, which reduces damage taken by 17%. I don't know that I need that right now, but I definitely will want that at some point, and I'll probably want to reforge it. Also, we got a goodie bag with, I think Morbid Curiosity is actually, yeah, a painting that I already had, and so it just got stacked over there as well. Well, it'll be interesting to see as all the paintings stack up, how they're doing. I was taking a look. It's possible that I missed something in editing, but I think we actually didn't get any chests in this episode, which means we don't have any new information coming out of this secret chest. I did not anticipate that, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. I was saying in the previous episode that we really need to do some exploration in the jungle, and now we're definitely strong enough. So next episode, I think we'll do some exploration in the jungle. We'll certainly find a number of chests. One of the things that I'll be looking for the most in the jungle will be the Anklet of the Wind, so that I can use it with my aglet to upgrade my boots into something that's even faster and better. And yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of other good loot over there that I've forgotten about as well. So look forward to that. I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Terraria. For now, bye bye.